My name is Sierra Seebeck, and I'm a junior here at FGCU, majoring in special education. It wasn't until last year that I decided teaching was what I wanted to do. I started as an occupational therapy major because I knew working with children with disabilities such as autism was what I wanted to do. I soon realized that teaching was more the route that I wanted to go with my education. I started developing a passion for special education when I was in an assistance program in high school. Every day we would go to the gym and lunch with the special education classrooms and try to make their day run as smoothly as possible, while incorporating fun activities in gym class and everyday conversation at lunchtime. One student in particular took a special interest in me and I in him. From the minute we started the program, he always wanted to work with me on whatever activity was happening that day. Every day he came running to the gymnasium looking for me and immediately ran to hold my hand. I worked with him all year on activities in gym and assisted him during lunchtime by getting his meal prepared and switching each item as he indicated when he was finished. Although he was nonverbal, there was a connection between us that simply didn't need words. I was able to know what he wanted by simple hand gestures or small noises he made. Initially, when I started the program, I never imagined having such a profound connection with one of the students, but as the year went on, I built friendships and connections with each and every one of the children. As I make my way into my major, it has become apparent that I have chosen the right path for myself. As I make my way through each course and examine my time during field experience, my passion for special education has only become stronger. Once I have graduated with my degree, I hope to find employment at an elementary school with an excellent special education program, where I can further my learning and experiences working with these extraordinary students. To be an effective teacher, in my opinion, takes an extreme amount of patience and dedication. There are many different ways in which teachers can become successful and efficient, some being developing personal relationships with their students, setting the bar high for each individual based on their abilities, and classroom management abilities. It is known that all children have different abilities inside the classroom, and it is important to accommodate for each individual's needs. We as teachers must provide all the help and support we can to instill the confidence that they can and will succeed. It is extremely important to get to know each student on a personal level to again ensure they are accommodated and we show that we truly care and are there as not only an authority figure but someone who genuinely cares. It simply takes one individual to show that they care to change the life of a student for the better. Classroom management, as stated, also is a big factor in becoming an effective teacher. Creating an environment where your students feel safe and feel as though they can express themselves is an extremely important factor. It is important to set a clear set of rules and expectations for students to follow from day one. Behavior and self-control, however, is a learning process all throughout life, and this should be remembered when implementing these rules and consequences. To implement my philosophy of teaching, I will take into account some of the different theories and philosophies of some influential people in the world of psychology, education, and child development. First, I plan to implement the theories of John Goodwin, who states that interaction in the classroom environment helps students gain a view of the world outside of the classroom. I feel as though providing students with assignments that relate to current events and real-world applications are extremely important and not only prepare them for further schooling, but the real world itself. Along with this theory, I plan to implement Nell Nodding's theory of caring. When I first read this theory, I was astounded by how much I agreed and couldn't wait to start using it in my classroom. It basically states that we as educators are to make sure students become moral individuals by providing the necessary amount of care and attention. As I have said, I plan to develop a personal relationship with each of my students, to ensure they know that I care and are here for them no matter what. Along with both of these theories, I will keep in mind the multiple intelligences developed by Howard Gardner, and make sure I know how each individual student learns and make sure to give them the correct accommodations and assistance so they can learn to the best of their ability. I hope to one day become an effective teacher who not only encourages her students to learn, but builds personal relationships through caring and guidance. I hope to look back and say that I have made a difference in just one student's life and have made an impact on someone. If I am only able to have an impact on a select few students, that is fine with me, and I know I have done my job. There is no better feeling than knowing that something you have said or done has had a lifelong impact on an individual, and I hope to do this every day, month, and year of my teaching career.